Hello everyone, welcome to the brand new channel. It's not like new, it's more like the second channel basically. For those who don't know me, I'm Blackhearts and I usually make music, nerdcore music. Um, and yeah, you can go check out my music after this video. But I decided to start this new channel basically to make other kind of content that is not music. So yeah, and today the subject is horror is not for kids. Basically, um, there's games, there's movies, there's stuff like that that are horror, but are clearly targeted towards a younger audience. For example, Poppy Playtime, Garden of Banban, the latest Five Nights at Freddy's, I guess. And games like that. You know what I'm talking about. Basically, mostly indie horror. But for the movies, I'm mostly talking about the FNAF movie. But I'm sure there's plenty of other things out there. There's some. Like, the movie is good. It's just targeted towards younger audience. It's basically like Goosebumps. It's just like, it's for younger audience, but it still has some dark themes. But it's still not scary. Which is the problem with most horror games today, except for like Silent Hill or Resident Evil, but those doesn't pop out like just like that. Um, I recently played Outlast. Outlast, which is a really great horror game. I played the full first game with the full DLC that comes with it. Well, it comes with it. I bought it. Whistleblower. This game is fucking scary, dude. It's basically like you're a journalist, I think, that wants to document to make some sort of like article on Mount Massive Asylum, which is the asylum you're gonna go see. Maybe I'm just wrong. Correct me in the comments. I might be wrong because I'm just going from memory here. And you basically like sneak in and stuff, and it's like abandoned, I will say. That's just for the first game, by the way, not for the DLC. And basically, you go through different like places in the asylum, and you encounter many characters: the twins, Chris Walker, the Wall Rider, which is, I would say, the main antagonist of the story. He's basically the ghost, the experiment, they were experimenting on. Oh my god, I cannot fucking speak. um, and yeah, the game is a good example, a pure, great example of what a horror game should be. It makes you feel stuff. It makes you paranoid. Paranoid. I think that's the word. My bad. It's really scary, and I've realized while playing this game, I've never played something like that before. Like, I played Silent Hill 1 and 2. Sure, they're scary, but they are a little bit outdated, I will say. I've played some old Resident Evil games, but that's a long time ago. I don't even remember them. But most horror things you see these days that pop off are kids games, I would say. And a lot of them are just really ass. Garden of Banban is a huge example. It's a cash grabs, and like who the fuck in their right mind is gonna pay for a Garden of Banban game? I'm sorry, no offense to you, but respectfully, you're crazy if you do that. Except if, of course, you're like, it's like for your job. Maybe now I can understand. But it still annoys me that today we don't see many games like Outlast. It's actually kind of sad to see that the horror genre isn't like going the right way. Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 gave me some hope, though, I'll admit. It was a bit darker and stuff, but I feel like it took way too long to get there for them. I forgot the name of the studio. Mob Entertainment, my bad. Yeah, for them. And it's like, it's just sad, man. It's because, like, in horror, okay? It's called horror for a reason. Horror is supposed to terrify you, to And by you I mean like the right audience, not kids. Kids are not made to see gore, to see violence, to see all that shit. I mean, sure they can, but that's to their parents at this point. But what I'm saying is like, sure you can have colorful stuff, but make sure you make it dark. You know, I know their goal is to go like to target a younger audience, because that makes a lot of cash, that makes a lot of clout, I would say. But the thing is, you're just like making games, horror games, quote unquote horror, that are not scary, and they're made to be scary. Sure, they can be scary a little bit for the first time, but in the end, they're like, it's just, they're not that scary when you realize about it. Like, it's just your first time playing. Maybe you'll get scared once or twice, but if you know how to play horror games, if you play them often, you're not gonna be scared often in these games. Like, they have to pull out some insane trick, and I'm probably gonna get flamed for this. But Five Nights at Freddy's, not the latest games, but the first games. They rely way too much on jump scares. Sure, they're fun games and all, but first of all, they're very repetitive. They get very boring very quickly, in my opinion, and they're just like sure, it's not that they're scary. It's more that they jump at your face. That's literally what scares you. There's no actual like tension, in my opinion. I never felt like, except when I played it as a kid, but I never felt like recently like that the ambience was actually scary. That I never felt stress, except when like I'm close to finishing the fucking night. But it's just like, that's not supposed to happen. I know Scott was like beginning, I think, or something like that. He was kind of close to starting. He was a bit late in that. My bad for my English. Maybe I hope it makes sense. But there's just something about horror these days that doesn't catch my eye anymore. Like, sure, I admit, like, some of the characters are pretty cool, especially in the latest FNAF games. I feel like the character designs are really cool, to me at least. But, like, Ruin kind of saved Security Breach. It didn't save the main game, but kind of saved a bit of a state, in my opinion. Ruin was not that scary, but it was still better than the original game, that Security Breach. I hope for Secret of the Mimic they make it actually really scary. I mean, it's gonna be in VR, so it's a bit easier to be scary, in my opinion. But yeah, man, like, another thing I want to talk about is like Euphoric Brothers, the devs of Poppy. Oh my god, I'm fucking not there. The devs of Garden of Banban. Why can't they stop making this game? Like, I know it makes a lot of money, but bro, they're not even games anymore. They're just like fucking walking simulators with a bit of jump scares, but like, they're not scary, and they look like a fucking Unity game made by like a child. They're horrible. They look horrible. Like, I don't know if you ever seen how horrible they look. Probably, because that's everywhere. But like, oh my god, it's disgusting to see. To me, at least, like, those games look disgusting. They're in a bad way. Like, not you know what I mean, in a bad way. Like, a horror game sure should look disgusting, but not in that way. Like, disgusting with gore and stuff, not with fucking, I don't know how to call it, like plastic walls or something. They look horrible. It's disgusting, and the characters' animations are just horrible. Reminds me of Sonic 06 almost. It's the state of horror games nowadays is just, it's so bad. It's actually kind of funny, because like, people don't realize what they're doing. They're actually fucking ruining the genre, in my opinion. I don't know. I just don't like where this is going, and I hope Chapter 4 of Poppy Playtime is even better than Chapter 3 in terms of scariness, and I hope the next FNAF games are also gonna go in a better route than they're going right now. And Garden of Banban, I want this series to fucking stop, please. All due respect, but seriously, this has to stop. What game are they at? Wait, Garden of Banban latest game. They're at 7. And they're at 7 games in like a year. Those are fucking rush, dude. And they're so short, and you have to pay like what? How much is the, for example, Garden of Ban 7, for example, it's $10 around that, but in Canadian it's 13 Canadian dollars. For that, I could get so many better games. There's Terraria at that price. There's a lot of games you can find on Steam that's lower than that, and they're better. I guess that's all for today. Seriously, it's horrible, bro. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear your opinions, and please, for fuck's sake, please stay respectful to each other. You can have a debate, but don't tell each other to kill yourselves or whatever. You know what I mean. Thank you for watching, and please go check out my music, and I hope to see you at the next video. Peace.